how do you determine the return on investment, or ROI, of disclosure as a service?
That's a good one. The number one is that we're able to actually get the work done. So the biggest return on investment is, if I had to do this internally or without any help, I don't think it would get done, and we would be spinning our wheels and going back and forth with the agency and trying to play catch up. So the biggest return on investment is I actually have a product to show at the end within a normal time frame. You know, like I'm going to say a lay summary. And working on our first one right now. I could be doing that lay summary internally for about a year. By the time we got processes developed and the internal reviewers, especially new people that our group works with, from our privacy officers to our legal representatives across the board, to teach them about what a plain language summary is, how you write in such a different, you know, I don't want to say language, but a different literacy level than we're so used to in clinical. By the time we do all that, literally, I think we were trying to do it ourselves, and a year went by where we got nowhere. And as soon as we partnered up with TrialScope for that, we had the first draft done in like 3 weeks. So certainly, you know, we expect to be done that within a 2-month time period. So certainly for the investments that we're putting out, the return is actually having products done in our hands on time to submit to an agency, and the pride of knowing that we achieved this together.
Great. No, thank you for that. So, Mary Lou, your thoughts?
Again, a lot of similar thoughts to what Joanne mentioned. You know, obviously, if you add in all those man hours, the different departments that have to get involved, the amount of time going back and forth and reviewing and re-reviewing, and you know, obviously there's a huge time investment, cost investment, you know, there, which gets significantly reduced. You know, having the expertise and the manpower behind TrialScope. In addition, our company works a lot in small niche diseases, orphan diseases, rare diseases, and there's a lot of advocacy, really strong advocacy at the patient level with those particular diseases. And, you know, they are really informed and really understand clinical trials. Not to say that other groups don't, but they really have a really strong voice. And you really can't put a price on being able to circle back with them. You know, you asked them to participate in your trial, they put in the time and the commitment to be in your trial, and then a lot of it just goes away, and they never hear about the results, or they try to understand the results on ct.gov and it just doesn't make sense to them. So to really have something that you can give them and they can really relate to it and understand how their participation played a role in the end result, I think is really valuable. And we've heard, you know, through our clinical sites, for example, the level of appreciation that these patients do have to get the full circle of that clinical trial research. So even though it's not a requirement right now, the plain language summaries, there is a lot of value to that, doing it on a voluntarily and figuring it out now. So when it is a requirement, you know what you need to do, and you're not scrambling there at the end.